Oh, hey, I didn't see you over there. But I'm definitely glad to know that you're back here with us again this week. We had a great show last week, and from everything I'm hearing, we're going to have another good show this week as well. Because this is Monopoly Season 3, Episode 2, and if I counted correctly, it's Livestream number 132. So, let's get ready to have some fun, and let's have a good show, everybody. And
damn chicken.
Right. Little pecker. All right, we start in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Monopoly, the world's most popular game. Now, Monopoly is a TV game. Here come the players, and red players, gold players, slot, and the green players fabric. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Meyers, and here's the host of Monopoly, Lance Ferguson.
Woo! Thank you very much there, Mr. Neil Strnitsky, standing in for Travis Coulter, and we will see why here in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 2 of our 3rd season of Monopoly. Man, we had so much fun here last week. We decided to come back and do it all over again. So, yes, we have got a champion, and he comes back to us with $10,755. Please welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Mr. Peach Boba.
Hey y'all, glad to be back. Good to see you. I'm here till Thursday. Tried the veal.
Yeah, so again, Peach, it's good to have you back here. Last week, man, it was an absolute titanic battle between yourself, Elliot, and John Bergman. And somehow, some way, you were able to come out victorious. After having a week to sit on that one, how are you feeling coming into week 2?
Feeling great. I got an exciting week ahead of me, but it all starts with this matchup between Scott and Travis. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to keep it going.
Do you think there's anything that you're going to have to do differently this week with these opponents compared to last week?
I don't think so. The game plan I employed last week worked out. I'm going to try to do the same thing here. Hopefully it works out. But these two, like last week, are absolute masters of trivia, so I'm going to give it all I got.
Well, we will definitely wish you the best of luck with that. We'll see if you can add to your total this week and possibly get yourself back to that bonus game with a chance to win a lot of money. But as you said, you are going to have to make it through some really good opponents here, because first we go over into our gold section. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this is likely his 975th appearance in the first 3 seasons of Monopoly. Please welcome back Scott Michaels.
Hi, Jared.
You know, at this point, Scott, you have appeared on Monopoly so many times. I'm under the understanding that they are considering renaming this the Scott Michaels Memorial Stage.
Considering how many losses I had in the first season, that would be apropos.
So I'm looking real quick. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. Well, we'll call it 7. In the regular season, season 1, you've played 7 times. Last season, you went 9. So in the regular season alone, you've played 16 times over the course of 50 episodes. So you're getting pretty damn close to right around 40% of the time you're on the show.
One of those 16 that appearances has $10,000 in it.
No, well, so I think the question that everybody out there has is, when's Heather going to play?
When she actually gets confident enough to play a trivia game, which, you guys will see soon. My girlfriend Heather is about to make her debut on MVG next month, I believe, so she's starting to get involved, so I just got to talk her into this one.
So with her debut, will she be hosting the the syndicated version of Goldmine?
Oh, well, we'll have to see if I can fly that one under the radar, but I also heard her from the room next to me saying I hate you, so...
Well, I'm pretty sure...
She loves me.
I'm pretty sure in woman speak that means you have 50-50 chance of receiving oral sex later. So...
Let's go, we'll take the coin.
Well... Yes. So let's just hope it doesn't land in the crack. So Scott, knowing that Peach is our champion right now, and he took down 2 behemoths last week, why do you think you are the person best suited to take him down this week?
Yeah. Everybody has their day. I'm hoping today is my day, and like I said, if Napoleon has fallen in battle, so can Peach Boba.
Well, this is true, and as we know, there's always a good chance he may just break out in song and ignore the rest of us for part of the episode anyway. So we'll see. But good to have you back here again. Best of luck to you. As we move on to our final podium here, Travis Coulter's here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our game today.
Not so fast, Trebek.
Yeah, so my good buddy here, Travis Coulter's here. Of course, Travis, I believe we need to start first and foremost and let everybody know you have no advanced knowledge of these questions, correct?
Absolutely not.
Did you give
Even if I did, I'm sure if I did, they'd somehow beat me to the buzzer on the question. No, I don't have any advanced knowledge.
And I think that you could also assure our audience that there's a pretty decent chance you may also not have knowledge of the answer after I ask the question.
I have no knowledge of knowing the answer by the third word, nor after you ask the whole question.
But I think we can also, as a third, we can put in there is a good chance as well that you're going to buzz in before you hear the third word.
That may also be true.
Well, we'll see how it goes here, but good to have you back here.
More questions.
Right? But it's definitely good to have you back here, Travis. We joke around, but even with, man, it's like you've got a whole damn meadow of 4 green clovers growing out of your ass crack. How you're able to buzz in and guess stuff before stuff even gets out of people's mouth. I'll ask you the same question I asked Scott. Why are you best equipped to be the one that takes down Peach?
I'm not.
That's as good an answer as any. So we definitely wish you the best of luck as well. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our contestants this evening.
Come on, Red Ball! Come on, Red Ball!
I have found that to be a very effective way to play game shows around here now, so... And, of course, being a part of the Grandma Studios family, you are more than welcome to use it. So, we will go ahead and get started here this evening. Of course, this is the acquisition phase of our game. We'll be making one full trip around the board. We are going to stop at each individual property. Our players are going to be asked trivia questions. Huh? What? Trivia? 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 Yeah, kind of like the playoffs. With trivia, who knew? Who saw it coming? But yes, we do trivia. We don't ask you to just guess random numbers, and then whenever you give the answer, if I like you or not, I tell you whether the answer was right or wrong. We don't do anything true or false around here. I don't ask you, hey, your question tonight is, where are you from? No, we ask the real stuff around here. A lot of this stuff our people know because we got a lot of really smart people here. But yes, it's all about trivia here. If they get the question correct, they will earn the dollar amount at the bottom of the property that you see on your screen there. They get the question wrong, however, they're going to lose that dollar amount, and it'll open it up to the other players. If no one's able to get the question correct, then we will take that property value and cut it in half until somebody gets the correct answer. So with that being said, let's get ourselves right into this. We're going to start with that buzzer test. Peach, you first. Fantastic. Scott. And Travis. Boy, we are ready to go. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we start with our brown property group at Mediterranean Avenue. This is a $60 property. Best of luck to everybody. Here comes your first question of the evening. What is the most common metallic element found in the Earth's crust? And that's Scott.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. $60 comes over to you, and you have one brown property. We now move to Baltic Avenue. $60 once again, players. Next question. In language, what is the literal English translation of the festival called, Travis?
Fat Tuesday.
Of Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday it is. $60 to you, and Jason gives you a slick little high five. All right, so we have one property for Scott, one for Travis. Pete, you'll be sitting this one out. Here's how our showdown is going to work. Since each of you own one, whoever gives me the next correct answer will take the Monopoly and will earn that combined value. So here we go. No money is at stake on a wrong answer. Here comes that next question. In government, the United States Congress is comprised of how many senators? Travis.
100.
100 is correct. And Travis, you have taken our first Monopoly, the brown property group. With that comes $120 of combined value, taking you up to $180 and a very quick start. We now move over to our light blue properties, and we're at Oriental Avenue. $100, all players involved with this question. In the movies, which character in The Wizard of Oz wants a brain? And that's Scott.
The Tin Man?
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 100. Peach.
Scarecrow.
The Scarecrow is correct. $100 to you. You're up to 100, and you have one of the light blue properties. Now we move over to Vermont Avenue. Again, $100. Here's the question. From the Greek for measured journey, which automobile, and that's Scott.
Odyssey.
So that was a mistaken button hit there. It was meant to be the other one, so time was up on that one. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's going to cost you $100. Peach?
Odyssey?
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 100 as well. So Travis, I'll complete the question for you. From the Greek for measured journey, which automobile instrument displays the number of miles traveled? Yes, Travis.
Odometer.
Odometer is correct. $100 to you. You're up to $280. One for Travis. Yes. One for Peach. All right. Now we move to Connecticut Avenue. $120. Next question. Actor Clint Eastwood was once the mayor of which California city? Travis.
Eureka?
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $120. Scott or Peach?
Can't.
There we go. All right, this time that's Carmel. Carmel. Not caramel, Carmel. All right, we're going to cut that property value in half. Now it's going to be $60 until I get a correct answer. Here's your next question. In the television series The Honeymooners, what was the last name of Ralph Cramden's buddy? And that's Travis.
Bonanza!
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $60. And that would be, I'll finish the question, the last name of Ralph Cramden's buddy played by Art Carney.
Or Ballard.
And in my best Ralph Cramden voice, Norton! Norton, my friend! Yes, that would have been Ed Norton. That was your correct answer there, so nothing doing. We continue on with our next question, still for $60. In science, what single-celled fungi causes... And that's Peach.
Amoeba?
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $60. I'll finish the question. Causes bread to rise and beer to... And that's Scott.
Yeast.
Yeast is correct. $60 over to you. You're up to -80. And each of you have one property here, which means as we go into our showdown, I need 2 correct answers from any one player to take the Monopoly. They do not have to be consecutive. So again, no money at risk yet. Here comes the next question. In religion, Which holy city do devout Muslims, and that's Scott?
Mecca.
Mecca is correct. Scott's got one. He needs one more to take the Monopoly. What art of arranging flowers to aid the... and that's Travis?
Bonsai.
No, I'm sorry. I'll finish the question. To aid the flow of qi means wind water in Chinese. That's Scott.
Tai Chi?
No, I'm sorry. Peach, want a shot?
No, I can't. Can't think of it.
So, no, it's not Bonanza.
Is it feng shui?
It's feng shui.
Damn.
All right. Next one. In their music video, what new wave band performed their song Whip It while wearing red? And that's Peach.
Devo.
Devo is correct. All right. Peach has one. Scott has one. Next. In business, which worldwide hamburger chain originally... Scott?
McDonald's.
No. Sold their Whopper for just... Travis?
Burger King.
That's Burger King. All right, so each player has one. Whoever gives me the next correct answer takes our light blues. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient... Travis?
The Great Pyramids.
No, I'm sorry. Of the ancient world stood in the harbor at Rhodes. Peach.
The Colossus.
The Colossus is correct, and Peach, you have taken the light blue properties. With that comes $320 of combined value, taking you up to $260.
You guys are buzzing it way too fast.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
So we make that turn now onto 2nd Street into our magenta properties. We start with St. Charles Place. It's a $140 property, players. Here comes your question. Everyone's involved. Founded in 1955, what is the largest tax preparation company in the... Peach?
H&R Block.
H&R Block is correct. $140 to you. You're up to $400. One property for you. Next up, States Avenue. $140. Here we go. In television, which fictional Cincinnati radio station featured... And that's Scott.
WKRP.
Yes, it's not WKHP or KPH or any of those letters in any order. It's WKRP. That is correct. $140 to you, Scott. Takes you up to $60. Hi, Kevin. All right. Peach with one. Scott with one. Now we move over to our final magenta. It's Virginia Avenue. $160. Here's the next question. In math, how many sides are there to a... Travis?
8.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $160. To a rhombus. Peach?
4 sides.
4 sides is correct. $160 to you takes you to $560. All right, Peach, you have 2 of the magentas. Scott, you have 1. Travis, you'll be sitting out for this showdown. Scott, need 2 correct answers from you. Peach, I only need 1. Here we go with our magenta showdown. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge connects 2 counties within which U.S. city? Scott.
San Francisco?
No, I'm sorry. Peach, you got 3 seconds. Go ahead.
New York.
New York City is correct, and you have taken the magenta property group. With that comes $440 of combined value, taking you up to an even $1,000. We now move over to our orange properties and St. James Place. This is a $180 property. Again, all players are involved. Here comes your first question. Which 1998 HBO movie chronicled the famous celebrity clique that included Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin? That's Peach.
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack is correct. $180 to you. You're up to $1180, and you have 1 orange property. Next up, Tennessee Avenue. $180. Here we go. In astronomy, which British scientist was the first to calculate... And that's Travis.
Copernicus.
No, I'm sorry. It cost you $180. You're at negative $240. I'll finish. Which British scientist was the first to calculate the orbit of a comet? Peach.
Edmund Halley.
Edmund Halley, yes. Halley, Haley, however you pronounce it, doesn't matter to me. You got it correct. $180 to you. You're up to $13.60, and you've got 2 of those orange. Next up, New York Avenue, $200. Here's that question. What Winter Olympics event is a combination of cross-country, and that's Scott. Biathlon is correct. $200 to you. You're up to $260. All right, Travis, we're sitting out once again. Scott, again, I need 2 correct answers. Peach, I only need 1. Here we go for the orange showdown. What American composer wrote the music for the original Rhapsody in Blue? Peach.
George Gershwin.
George Gershwin is correct, and you have taken the orange Monopoly. With that comes $560 of combined value, taking you up to $1,920. We now turn on to 3rd Street. We're in our red Monopoly group, and we start with Kentucky Avenue. $220 with all players involved with this question. In history, a cow belonging to what woman was blamed for starting the Great Chicago Fire? And that's Travis.
Mrs. O'Leary.
Mrs. O'Leary is correct. $220 come to you. You're at -20. You have 1 red property. Next up is Indiana Avenue. $220 for this question. Which international film festival held each... And that is Peach.
The Cannes.
Cannes Film Festival is correct. $220 over to you. You're at $21.40. 1 for Peach, 1 for Travis. Next up is Illinois Avenue. $240. Here comes your question. What E as in Edgar is a branch of medicine dealing with hormones and glands? Scott. Sorry, time is up. We lose $240. Peach, Travis.
Endocrinology.
Endocrinology is correct. $240 to you takes you to $220, has you back in the positive. And now we have a showdown between Peach and Travis. Scott, you'll sit this one out. Travis, I only need 1 correct answer from you to take the reds. Peach, I'm going to need 2. Here comes the first one. What famous New York disco was opened by Steven Rubel and Ian Schrager in 1977? Travis.
Bonanza.
No. Peach.
The CBGB.
No, unfortunately, that would be Studio 54.
Oh. Well, wouldn't have got that.
All right, next up. Edam, Jarlsberg, and that's Peach.
They're types of cheese.
They are types of cheese. That's 1 for you. Next correct answer takes the red Monopoly. What Japanese company was the first to... And that's Travis.
Nintendo.
No. So, Peach, chance for you to hear the whole question. What Japanese company was the first to market the quartz watch?
Samsung.
No, it was Seiko. Seiko.
Seiko. Okay.
All right, next one. Who was the U.S. Secretary of Defense under George W. Bush? Travis.
Donald Rumsfeld.
Donald Rumsfeld is correct. And Travis, you have taken the red Monopoly. With that comes $680 of combined value, taking you up to $900. We now go to our yellow properties, and we start with Atlantic Avenue. $260 here, players. Here's the first question, all involved. Overlooking the Potomac River, what is the name of George... And that would be Peach.
Oh. Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon is correct. $260 to you. You're up to $2,400. We now move over to Ventnor Avenue. Another $260. Here comes that question. In television, what former star of NYPD Blue got his start playing the son of a tycoon on Silver Spoons? No, it's not Bonanza. That would be Ricky Schroeder. Ricky Schroeder. All right. So we're going to cut that property value down in half now. I think only the second time we've had to do that. $130 now, players. Here comes the next question. In fashion, what D is in, damn it, is a hat named for the British Earl, and that's Scott.
Derby?
Derby is correct. $130 to you. You're up to $150. So we've got one for Peach, one for Scott. Next up is Marvin Gardens. $280 here, players. Try on this question for size. The 747 Jumbo Jet was first, and that's Scott.
Boeing.
Boeing is correct. $280 takes you up to $430. We're ready for our next showdown here. It's going to be between Peach and Scott. Travis, take a rest here. Scott, I only need one correct answer. Peach, I'm going to need two. First question. Businessman Sam Walton opened the first, and that's Scott. Walmart is correct, and you have gotten your first Monopoly, taking the yellow group. That comes with $800 of combined value, taking you up to $1,230. We now make our turn onto 4th Street, and we start with a very specific avenue. Yeah, that's right. It's Pacific Avenue. $300, players, all involved. Here comes the first question. Approximately every hour, the guys are known as Old Faithful. Travis?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone Park is correct. $300 to you. Takes you up to $1,200. You have one green. Next up is the home of Brandon Scruggs. It's North Carolina Avenue. $300 for this question. In math, a nanosecond is what? And that's Peach.
That is a billionth of a second.
It is 1/1000th of a second, correct. $300 to you. Takes you up to $2,700. One for Peach, one for Travis, as we move over to the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue. $320. Here comes that next question. What tech war novelist was also a commercial spokesperson for Priceline.com? Peach.
William Shatner.
William Shatner is correct. $320 to you. Takes you up to $3,020. So now this time our showdown will be between Travis and Peach. Scott, take a break here. Travis, I need 2. Peach, I need 1. Here comes the first one. What Japanese currency is also an English word? Peach?
A yen.
Yen is correct. And Peach, you have taken the green property group. That comes with $920 of combined value, taking you up to $3,940. We now move over to our final property group of the day. These are the dark blues, and we start at Park Place. $350, players. All of you are involved. Let's get started with this question. Johnny Knoxville was the masochist, and that's Scott. Jackass is correct. $350 comes to you. You're up to $1,580. And we now move over to our final property. It's Boardwalk. $400, players. Here comes that potential final question. In geography, what artificial waterway connects the Great Lakes, and that's Scott? No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $400. I'll finish the question. No, I won't. Peach.
St. Lawrence Seaway.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $400. Travis, I'll finish the question. In geography, what artificial waterway connects the Great Lakes with the Hudson River?
I don't know.
That would be the Erie Canal.
Bonanza.
Yeah, not Bonanza. All right. We'll cut that property value down in half. It's now $200. Next question. What talk show host established O Magazine in the year 2000? Travis.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey is correct. $200 to you. You're at $1,400. Now we are ready for our final showdown. Next correct answer between you, Travis, and you, Scott, will take the dark blue properties. Here we go. Likely final question. In military history, Japan signed the terms of surrender for World War II aboard what American battleship? Travis.
The Arizona.
No, I'm sorry. Scott?
The Missouri?
The Missouri is correct, and you have taken the dark blue properties. $750 comes over to you, taking you to $1,930. And that brings us to the end of our acquisition phase. Let's take a look at where we currently stand. Right now in third place is Travis Coulter, our green player. He has $1,400 and 2 monopolies. In second place is our gold player, Scott Michaels, $1,930 to his name and 2 monopolies as well. And in first place is our current champion, our red player, Peach Boba. He has $3,540 and 4 monopolies. Well, everybody, this is going to take us into our first commercial break of the evening. As we do so, our players are going to go into this timeout where they're going to be spending some money, adding some upgrades to their properties, houses, and hotels. And when we come back, we're going to play our 15-minute big money round to see who's going to move on to play for up to $50,000 right here on Monopoly.
Here we go.
Oh.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Monopoly. Boy, we've got a good game going for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at where things are standing right now. Of course, in our commercial break, we had our players spending up some of that money they had earned in the first round in our acquisition phase, and they've added on a shit ton of hotels. So with that, here's where we currently stand. Travis Coulter is still in third place at $150. Peach Boba, spending a real big ton of money, has now fallen into second at $540. And our gold player, Scott Michaels, has risen up, taking first place currently with $680. Well, this is probably one of everybody's favorite times in our game because it is when we bring in our very good close personal friend and our Mr. Monopoly. Welcome back, everybody, Jason Meyers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Well, Jason, it is good to have you here as always. And, man, as I was just saying, we have got quite the game going tonight.
Oh, indeed. At first, it looked like it was going to be a runaway with Peach, but Scott and Travis weren't having it at the end. They held him in place. But he still got half the board, but anything's possible.
Hey, that's true, and I know that our good buddy Lawrence McNeil, if there's a couple of things he's ever taught us here at MVG, is number one, anything is possible, and number two, thank you. So, with that being said, I know we're going to have a great game here. I know you've got your dice loaded up. Are you ready to play some Monopoly?
I'm ready if they're ready.
All right, well, let's do this thing. I do need one favor from you. Please don't roll chance on the first roll. So,
Please.
yeah, please.
I'm not making any guarantees that I can't keep.
Yeah. So, of course, as we get ready to move on into our second round here, well, I will say, Jason, do remind me at the end. There's a couple of things where people are talking about some upcoming shows on MVG, and remind me in our closing tonight to go back and reference those because there's definitely some announcements we need to make on those. So just remind me on that. Thank you very much. So here we go. We are now in our 15-minute big money round. Of course, Mr. Monopoly over there, Jason Meyers, will be keeping up with the time on that. So in our big money round here, we're going to be making as many trips around the board as we possibly can. If we stop on a individual player's property, they're going to get a trivia question. Yeah, we're still asking trivia questions. I'm not asking, do you want to be best friends? Check yes or no. So they're still going to answer those trivia questions. They get it right, they're going to get the rent amount there. And, of course, since it's all hotels, based on the hotel for that individual property. If they get it wrong, no money lost, but it does become a toss-up for the other two players. If one of those players can get it correct, they will take the rent money, but get it wrong, and that's going to cost you a big, hefty sum since it is all hotels out here. Of course, we have our other special spaces on the board. Spaces like our utilities and waterworks and electric company where it's 100 times the roll. We've got community chest and chance, the bane of my existence, where there will be cards that we'll pull out and, you know, something will happen to the players. We'll see. We've got free parking, which is a free question that goes up for a minimum of $500 to the winner of the question. We've, of course, got luxury tax and income tax, which will cost our players some money, and that money actually goes over into that free parking jackpot. And then everyone's favorite, those railroads. The chance for that hostile takeover, ding, 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 and there went the hearing in my left ear. And they will get that chance
He still hasn't fixed it.
Yeah, I know. So it ain't going to be the Polar Express, let me tell you that much. So they will get a chance to do that hostile takeover to take a property group away from one of the other players. So with that being said, we are ready to get this thing started here. So we have got old penny bags out there on the board. So whenever we're ready, let's get this 15-minute big money round underway. The time will start when Jason reads off our first roll.
1 and 5 for a 6.
And that takes us to Oriental Avenue.
Didn't roll chance, but Peach, here's a chance for you to answer a question with 550 on the line.
All right, Peach. What Houston, Texas-based girl group had hits with the songs No, No, No and Bills, Bills, Bills?
Oh, TLC?
No, I'm sorry. Toss up, Scott.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child is correct. 550 to you. You're up to 1230. Next roll.
4145.
And that takes us to St. Charles Place.
All right, Peach, let's try this again. 750 on the line this time.
Peach, what novel by John Steinbeck follows the Joad family during the Great Depression?
Paradise Lost.
No, toss up, Travis.
The Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath is correct. 750 to you. You're up to 900. Next roll.
Hey, look at that. It's doubles. 612.
And that will race us around to Indiana Avenue.
All right, Travis, here's a chance for you to answer for 1050.
All right, Travis. What Paris art museum was once called the Musée Napoléon?
The Louvre.
The Louvre is correct. 1,050 to you takes you to 1,950. You're currently in first place, and we have another roll.
4 and 2 for 6.
And that takes us to Marvin Gardens.
All right, Scott, a chance for you to get some money. $1,200.
Scott, in mythology, what Roman god of love was the son of Venus?
Cupid?
Cupid is correct. 1,200 to you. Takes you to 2,430 and puts you back in first. Next roll.
5 and 6 for an 11.
Lots of big ones today here. And that takes us to go, which means all of our players are going to collect $200. Next roll.
4 and 5 for a 9.
That takes us to Connecticut Avenue.
All right, Peach. Another chance for you to get some money. $600 on the line.
Peach,
Please.
what four-word motto was added to U.S. coins in 1864?
In God We Trust.
In God We Trust is correct. $600 to you. You're up to 1,340. Next roll.
5 and 3 for an 8.
And we have landed on Community Chest. So we draw our first Community Chest card of the day. And it says, our first place player will be paying $250 to each other player. So that's $250 to Travis, $250 to Peach, and we're going to take $500 away from Scott. So now Scott understands why I don't like them either. Next roll.
3 and 2 for a 5.
Oh, God.
And we've landed on Chance.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
All right, next up. Believe it or not, advance to the yellow player's next property. Yay! So that takes us to Atlantic Avenue.
All right, Scott, here's a chance to recoup the money you lost and then some. $11.50 on the line.
All right, Scott. In geography, what Asian capital is home to the Forbidden City?
Tokyo?
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. Travis and Peach.
Gotta get some risk it.
All right. Correct answer there was Beijing. Beijing. All right. Next roll, please.
2 and 4 for a 6.
And that takes us to North Carolina Avenue.
All right, Peach, you want first place back? Here's your chance to get it. $12.75.
Peach, what D, as in damn it, is a type of camel that has only one hump?
Don't know it. Sorry.
Toss up for Scott.
Dromedary.
So I'm gonna get a ruling very quickly. So the buzzer had not buzzed before he buzzed in. So
The buzzer was aimed at Peach.
correct, but Scott buzzed in before that buzzer went. So Scott shouldn't have buzzed in yet.
Yeah, you should have waited for the buzzer.
All right, so we're going to throw that out. No one will get a chance to try to get that one. Again, please wait for the buzzer. Even if someone says, I don't know, they have their full 5 seconds to answer. So, unfortunately, nothing doing there. We'll go ahead and go to our next roll.
2 and 6 for an 8.
I will say as we move, dromedary was the correct answer. All right, we've hit go again, $200 for our players, and we have another roll.
It's doubles, and it's a 10.
And that takes us down to just visiting the jail cell. Next roll.
And Bubba's asleep, so shh. 4 and 6 for a 10.
Oh my god.
And that takes us over to free parking. Tell them about it.
Players, this question is open season. First person to buzz in and get it right will get the jackpot and free parking, which currently is $500.
And that's a lot of jackpot. So here we go.
And that too.
Here's your question.
I've been hanging around Nels too much.
Right. In basketball.
Now see here.
In basketball, what 7 foot tall Los Angeles Lakers superstar? And that is Travis.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No. I'll finish the question. That's Peach.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No. Scott, I'll finish the question. Was known as the Big Dipper and the Stilt.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
Was it Chamberlain?
Wilt Chamberlain's correct. $500 awarded to you. Up to 28.30. We've got $500 more dollars into the free parking jackpot, and we roll.
3 and 1 for a 4.
Illinois Avenue.
All right, Travis. Scott took the lead from you. Here's a chance to get it back. $1,100.
Twice.
It's everywhere you want to be has been the slogan of what credit card company?
Visa.
Visa is correct. $1,100 to you. You're up to $3,700. Next roll.
That one took a while. 5 and 2 for a 7.
And that takes us to Pacific Avenue.
All right, Peach. $12.75 on the line. That'll get you close to the lead.
Please.
Peach, in movies, which 1988 film garnered Tom Hanks his first Best Actor Oscar nomination?
Philadelphia.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. Well, this could have got you big money because the answer was big. Nothing doing. Where we at on time?
6 minutes and counting.
All right, here we go. Next roll.
Really? 6 and 5 for an 11.
And we have passed go. That's $200 for each player, and we've hit community chest because Jason Meyers hates me. So
one die hated you. It didn't want to stop.
So here's our community chest card, and it says, field level suite reservation. Red player will receive $200 from each opponent. So we will take $200 from Scott, $200 from Travis, and give both of those to Peach. He's now up to $23.90. Next roll.
Doubles, and it's a 2.
Oh, yay. And that is income tax. So that's going to take $200, from each one of our players. And that puts all of that over into the free parking jackpot, which now has it up to $1,100. Next roll.
I see a 3 and a 1 for a 4.
Vermont Avenue.
All right, Peach. Here's a chance to get some of that money you just got back, and then some. $550 on the line.
Peach, in music, who wrote the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner?
Francis Scott Key.
That is correct. $550 to you. You're up to $27.40. Next roll.
2, 4 for a 6.
Virginia Avenue.
All right, Peach. Let's try this again. $900 on the line.
Peach, in television, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are the main characters of what animated cartoon series?
the Powerpuff Girls.
And that is correct for $900, and you've now vaulted into first place in 2 questions. Next roll.
Less than 5 minutes to go. 4 and 3 for a 7.
And we are at Kentucky Avenue.
All right, Travis. Peach took the lead from you. Here's a chance to get it back. 1050 on the line.
Travis, in the landmark 1954 U.S. Supreme Court case, Brown sued the Board of Education of what Kansas city?
Topeka?
Topeka is correct. 1,050 to you. You're at 4,550. Next roll.
2 and 4 for a 6.
That takes us to Ventnor Avenue.
All right, Scott, it won't get you the lead, but it'll get you in the second place. 1150 on the line.
Scott, in industry, what German auto company's name literally means people's car?
Volkswagen?
Volkswagen's correct. Just in time. 1150 you. 3780. Another roll.
1 and 5 for a 6.
And looky there. Community chest again.
Why? Why?
All right. This time, bank error players. The yellow player is going to collect $250. All right. Up to 4030. Next roll.
4 and 1 for a 5.
Oh, come on.
Ah, and we've landed on luxury tax.
Yep, easy come, easy go, players. Everybody pay up $75.
And that all goes into the free parking jackpot, and it's now at $13.25. Next roll.
That is a 5 and a 4 for a 9.
So, of course, we pass go. $200 for all the players. And we've landed on chance, and this chance card says we're going to advance to the nearest utility, taking us to the electric company.
All right, players, open season on this question. It's worth 100 times the number I had rolled. Since it was a 9, there's $900.
All right, players, your toss-up. In 1989, which U.S. lieutenant colonel was convicted for his role? And that is Scott.
Powell?
No, sorry. For his role in the Iran-Contra affair.
I think I know it, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Shut up. No, you're not. You're over there talking. Shut up. It's Oliver North. Oliver North. Shut up.
Thank you, Nels.
Next roll.
As we approach the 2-minute warning, there's a double. It's a 4.
Yay.
And that is St. James Place.
All right, Peach, 950 on the line. A chance to take the lead.
Peach, in movies, what W as in Walter is the fictional species to which the Star Wars character Chewbacca belongs?
Wookie.
Wookiee is correct. 950 to you. You're at 4715, and you've retaken the lead. Next roll.
2 and 5 for a 7.
That takes us to Indiana Avenue.
All right, Travis, we're swapping leads back and forth here. Here's a chance for you to take it back. 1050.
Travis, in the animal kingdom, what is the fastest bird on land?
Fastest bird on land? Ostrich?
Ostrich is correct. 1,050 to you. 5725. You've retaken the lead. Next roll.
1 minute to go. 5 and 3 for an 8.
That's Pacific Avenue.
All right, Peach. A chance to get back in the lead. 1275 on the line.
Peach, in literature, how many ghosts visit Ebenezer Scrooge in the Charles Dickens novel A Christmas Carol?
3 ghosts.
No, incorrect. Scott or Travis? Scott.
4.
4 is correct. 1275 to you. 5430. Next roll.
It's doubles. 4 and 4 for an 8.
That's going to take us to Boardwalk.
All right, Scott. Big chance to take the lead here. $2,000 on the line.
Scott, in medicine, what family-founded hospital in Rochester, Minnesota treats more than 200,000 patients every year?
Mayo family?
We will accept that. The Mayo Clinic, $2,000 to you. You're at $74.30. And that sound means we have come to the end of the big money round. Let's see where we stand in this exact moment. In third place is Peach Boba, our red player, at $4,715. In second place is our green player, Travis Coulter, at $5,725. And in first place is our gold player, Scott Michaels, at $7,430. We are going to go and take our final commercial break, and as we do, we're going to be selling back all of the upgrades for those properties that the players still own. When we come back, we'll put that in their bank and find out who's going on to go once around the block for $50,000 right here on Monopoly. Welcome back here to Monopoly, everybody. We were just talking backstage during the commercial break and saying these first 2 weeks of Monopoly have been absolute heavyweight fights, and it's what we hope for. That's what each host here at MVG Productions and Grandma Studios hopes for week in and week out, are absolute heavyweight fights in their games, and we've had it again this week. So no matter who wins this one tonight, everybody should be absolutely proud of themselves for giving every last thing they've got. But we need to find out who did it, so let's go. So, as always, we start with our player that finished the final round there in third place, and that's our red player, our current champion, Peach Boba. He had $4,715. When we sell back all of his upgrades, that nets him an additional $3,000, meaning tonight he finishes with $7,715. Next up, we have our gold player, our green player, Travis Coulter, who had $5,725. When we sell back all of his upgrades, nets him an additional $1,250, and we add that to his total, and he finishes tonight with the Mark Leota special of $6,975. And that means it comes down to this, to Scott Michaels. $7,430 is what he finished our previous round with. When we sell back all of his upgrades, he nets $1,250. We add that to his score, and tonight he finishes with $8,680. Scott Michaels, you are the winner of tonight's episode of Monopoly. Congratulations. All right, Scott, we will come back to you here in just a few moments, but first, we need to go over and talk to these other two players because, man, they brought everything they had. We'll start with our third place finisher tonight, Travis Coulter. Travis, $6,975. You started off the game strong in the acquisition phase, getting that first Monopoly. Never could kind of pull through to really string together a long line of them. But in that second round, our big money round, you were sticking in the lead the majority of that round. Ultimately, what would you say was your undoing?
Probably my luck this time. I mean, we had smart players. I don't think I really had any, like, big misses. It's just, just the luck of where the dice landed and the questions I had the chance to answer. So nobody, I don't think I can fault myself, but maybe I could.
Well, I was just handed an envelope here, and let's see, when I take it out here, it says tonight Travis Coulter lost because of Bonanza.
I knew it was Bonanza. I knew it.
So yeah, Travis, like you said, I agree with you. I don't think there was anything really that was kind of your undoing, unless you just really go back to that first round and you had several chances to pick up more monopolies. But again, that shows this game. It can be won early, it can be lost early, it can be won late, it can be lost late. But you gave an absolute hell of a showing. $6,975 is going to go into your season bank account, and hopefully we're going to see you back here again playing later in the season. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be back with us again next week in the announcer seat. Give it up there for Mr. Travis Coulter. And next we go over to the man who is now our former champion, Peach Boba. Peach, you were able to add $7,715 to your total. Looking there, just coming up about $965 short. It was really looking good for you coming out of that acquisition round, having had so many monopolies. I've got to ask you at this point, is there anything about deciding to put hotels on everything that maybe at this point, with the way the game finished, that maybe you regret?
No. I have to say, like, I think every time I would try to hoe it out if I could, just because, unfortunate what happened, I just couldn't answer enough questions correctly. You know how I said last week that it came down to maybe one or two that, if I had answered correctly, may have made the difference here? That's kind of what happened. I hoed them all out because I thought I'd be able to answer a few questions more than I actually did. But unfortunately, that's just kind of what happens.
And, you're absolutely right, and it's one of those things I think many of us could sit there and say that hindsight is 2020, that maybe, had you not give the opportunity with the hotels for people to steal, but at the same time, if you would have racked up a ton of money, people would have been saying it was the perfect strategy. So hindsight's always 2020, but hey, you are a fantastic champion here to start off the season. When we take that 7,715, add it to what you got last week, you are going to be walking away for the time being with a total of $18,470. Of course, very easily putting you into first place overall for the season, as it is making that race for the top 9 for our tournament. But I'm sure, Peach, we're going to see you back here again before it's all said and done.
Damn it, you disabled my buzzer. But Bonanza.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. So, yes, Bonanza. Ladies and gentlemen, again, fantastic champion and player, Peach Boba. Give it up for him. As we now come over to the man of the hour, Mr. Scott Michaels, making, again, that 973rd appearance here on Monopoly over his time with us here in MVG. $8,680. I have to say, Scott, I did not see that being the total that was going to be needed to win today's game.
Me neither. I'll be honest. I thought I kind of screwed myself over on the early buzz on the dromedary question, and then I got the roll at the end I needed.
And that's absolutely huge moment there. I definitely thought that was going to wind up costing you there. And it's one of those things, luckily it didn't get you in the end, but I think it's also a really important moment for everybody to remember that, of course, you got to wait for the other person's timer to run out before you jump in. But it also shows, in honesty as well, it shows that when you are going up against multiple very strong players, that sometimes that little millisecond difference in buzzer times can make all the difference.
It really can.
Well, good news here for you, Scott. 8680, you are our champion now, and now you're going to get the chance to play our bonus game. If you're ready, let's go once around the block. That's right. It's the time of the evening that people really enjoy. It's probably everybody's second favorite, right behind Jason Meyers joining us as Mr. Monopoly. It's once around the block time. This is a chance to where Scott can win up to $50,000 if he rolls his dice just right. So, of course, Scott, here is how we're going to play it. We have given you 5 rolls to make your opportunity to go around the board one full time. If you can make it past go on those 5 rolls, we're going to give you $25,000 of additional bonus cash. And matter of fact, we didn't win it last week. So you're actually playing tonight for $30,000 if you can make it past go. Now, it will not show up on the screen because, unfortunately, our technical director backstage, Hunter Dillon, was not able to have the opportunity to go in and try to fix the amounts to where they could change. But yes, you'll be playing for $30,000 if you can make it all the way around the board and go past go. If you can land exactly on go, you're not playing for $50 tonight. You're playing for $60,000 if you land exactly on go. Now, here's the thing, Scott. Of course, we can't just make it that simple. As you notice up in that upper right-hand corner, we've got that disgusting go-to-jail space, Officer Bar Brady, waiting up there to take you down. Now, not only is that going to be there, but he has informed me that we must add 4 additional go-to-jail spaces on our board. We'll be placing one on 2nd Street between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue, an additional one on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens, and then 2 more on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk. So if you would, Scott, tell me, where would you like to place your one on 2nd Street?
My gut was telling me one thing, but my mind's telling me another. Let's go Pennsylvania Railroad.
All right, the railroad, which again, we did not see any hostile takeovers tonight, so maybe a good move there. Where are we going for our one on 3rd Street?
Marvin Garden.
Marvin's Garden. All right, and then we need 2 more on 4th Street.
Short line.
Short line.
And luxury tax.
And the luxury tax. All right, luxury tax was something we hit tonight. Hopefully you won't hit it. So we went for 2 of the 3 potential railroads you could have placed them on. So now, Scott, I will remind you, for every space you can make it around the board, it will be $100 going into that center bank there. You can walk away with that at any time. If you use up all of your rolls and you've got money in the bank and you haven't hit go to jail, that money will be yours to walk away with. And if you can roll doubles at any time, excuse me, that will get you an additional roll to help you along the way. So with that, if we're ready, we're going to fire up that rock and roller. And whenever you're ready, you tell it when to stop.
All right, come on, rock and roller, be good. Stop.
So that's a 6 and a 5 for an 11.
All right, so we're going.
Charles. Oh.
All right, so that's $1,100 into the bank right now. You have 4 rolls remaining. You can walk away if you want, take that money and feel safe, or you can roll again. Your only bad roll is a 4.
I'm gonna play on.
All right, that rock and roller is going again. Push that button and it'll stop.
Get me to the corner. Stop.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
All right, we have gotten past that first one. $1,800 is what you can walk away with right now. So 3 rolls remaining. Bad rolls, 11 and 12. Those are your 2 bad rolls right now. So walk away with $1,800, or are we going again?
We're gonna go on.
All right, we continue on. The rock and roller is fired up again. Press that button when you want it to stop.
10 would be great. Stop.
2 and 1 for a 3.
Ooh.
All right, $300 goes in there. We're up to $2,100 right now. You're down to 2 rolls remaining. Bad rolls, 8 and 9. So now we're getting into some rolls that are a little higher frequency. 2 rolls left. You can take $2,100, walk out of here, have yourself well over $10,000 tonight, or you can keep pushing it. What's your pleasure?
I'm gonna go for it.
All right, he is going on. That rock and roller is a rocking. Push that button when it's time for it to stop. No 8s or 9s.
10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. Stop.
4 and 1 for a 5.
All right, $500 more in there. $2,600 is where you are. All right, let's go ahead and measure this up here, Scott. You've got 1 roll remaining. 1 roll. There is no way in that roll by itself that you can make it all the way to the jackpot. Okay, so now you're either just looking to either get doubles to keep it going or trying to add to the pot. Your bad rolls at this point are a 3, 4, 9, and 12. This is one of the first times I've ever seen 4 bad numbers in the same opportunity. So, do you feel lucky enough to go for it, or is it time to walk away?
Considering the roll numbers, I'm gonna try it.
All right, he feels lucky. So that rock and roll is fired up. Everybody give him all of your good luck. Let's send him the juju. That rock and roller's going, Scott. Stay away from 3, 4, 9, and 12. Hit that button when you're ready.
Double fours. It helped me win. Get it here. Stop.
4 and 1 for 5.
All right, no bonus win, but you made it past $500 more dollars, so $3,100 additional, meaning tonight, Scott Michaels, you are going to walk out of here with $11,780. Well done by you. That last roll had to have them ass cheeks puckered up.
It did a little bit because on the camera over here I saw 1 and I got scared.
Well, but hey, again, good news for you is that you have kept from losing out on any bonus money there. You're going to take that $3,100. Again, $11,780. Now moves you up into second place overall for the season. I know you've got to feel good coming into next week.
Oh, most definitely do, especially already in 5-digit territory.
And we will be talking to Captain Caveman about chiseling out that plaque for you for appearance number 974. Which should be a record of some sort. But yeah, so congratulations to you. We'll see you back here again next week.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Jason, as I bring you in here, as we get close to finishing out, wow. I have to say that Scott is definitely a braver man than me, because no way in hell with 4 bad numbers and 3 of them being slightly higher frequency, or maybe even 2 of the 4 being higher frequency, I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, I could see that argument, but I could also see the argument that Scott would have presented, because those numbers, despite there being 4 of them against him, they are pretty low on the frequency scale. The only thing that would have hurt him would have been a 9 theoretically, but he lucked out. It wasn't a number that got him the goo, but at least it got him some money.
Hey, this is true. He did get himself the additional money, that extra $500 there. That's just for me. That's where there wasn't enough upside for me there in that moment to really consider going. But hey, everybody's got their own strategy, and again, that's why I host and I don't play. So. Jason, we come to an end of another fantastic episode. I know the first thing I want to say, I think at the most I saw 17 people in the live chat out there on YouTube. I know you say the same thing, Jason. I just want to tell them thank you very much for continuing to support this series and for being here for us week in and week out. Because that, again, just tells us that you enjoy this content of Monopoly that we have continued to put out for the audience.
Indeed, and as I have said a couple of days ago, if it wasn't for any of you, we wouldn't have a show, much less would we have a channel.
I'm not sure if there's
again, thank you, each and every one of you that tunes in and that plays and that watches from either here in MVG or out there in YouTube. Thank you, each and every one of you.
Hey, very much so. And for those of you wondering what that was in the background going, that was our good buddy John Bronco here. I think he's ponying up and getting ready to ride once again. But of course, before we get out of here tonight, I would like to say again to the audience out there and to those of you here inside of MVG, thank you for supporting us. Please go out and tell other people about this. Share that video out with other people. If you're in other servers out there in Discord world by chance, feel free to share this video out with them. I have no problem with that. I know Jason doesn't have a problem with it. No, Travis doesn't. We would love to get this out there to more people. One thing I know I've talked about, you guys can definitely throw the stuff up there as we're kind of going through closing. I've recently made it to where I'm able to go live on TikTok, and I have considered setting my TikTok up on those Monday nights and having a host cam. So you would be able to watch the game going on live on YouTube, and then you could pull up my TikTok channel to be able to see just the host cam. So get to see me reading the questions, see the facial expressions I make, see things that not even the people in MVG are seeing, and they'll probably go, "What the hell did you make that face for?" So if you are interested in that, you can throw a thumbs up, you can throw a yeah please, you can cam, whatever you want to do. Throw that up there. Give me your thoughts. If you have no interest in watching, just say hell no. That's fine. I totally understand. But that's something that we are considering doing. I know that there are some of you out there that probably have wondered about the dice rolling. I know you hear the dice rolling, but you're like, why is that not on camera? Because Jason is the one doing that. It does make it just a little more difficult for us to get that up on camera, but do know it is live on camera inside of the MVG Discord, so everyone inside of it can see it, all the players can see it, all the people inside. And hey, if you want to see those dice, that's just another reason to go to the Facebook page and sign up to potentially become a member of MVG Productions. Trust me, we have so much fun in here. If you think watching Monopoly's fun, come in and be a part of what we do. We're basically in here 7 nights a week. This is not one of the servers to where people are around for maybe 2 or 3 hours a night, or they're on 1 night a week or whatever. We are literally here 7 nights a week, having all kinds of fun with each other, talking. We do the game shows. We've done Fall Guys leagues. We have done all kinds of stuff. We've got really cool stuff coming up. So yeah, definitely you want to be a part of that. I know a few things that I saw mentioned in the comments earlier. One of the things was about tomorrow night, of course. We will be back with episode 5 of the Barry and Enright Cup. Myself, Jason Meyers, and Travis Coulter coming at you starting at 11:10 Central is where we are currently planning on getting started this week. So definitely we look forward to having you back here for another live stream there. That'll be live stream number 133, which means, yes, that'll be 67 of those away before we get ready for our next roast of someone in MVG. And I can tell you the next roast is going to be a big one. So, yeah, definitely be keeping an eye out for that, because I would say within the next 6 to 8 months, we'll probably be looking at hitting live stream number 200, which is when our next big roast will be. Also, I saw it mentioned in the live stream, and it's one thing that I guess want to caution our audience against that's out there in YouTube land. Some people mention about different game shows that are coming up on the MVG channel, and sometimes those are correct, as people mentioned about the Barry and Enright Cup coming up. There was also a mention of there being a series of talk about with a host by the name of Tim McClellan that would be on Fridays. I'm not sure where that information came from. Tim McClellan, nice gentleman, but is no longer a part of MVG Productions. So that is not a series that will be airing here. I do know that that's a series that's currently in production with Brandon Scruggs as the host. So I'm not sure if any of those have went out yet, but if not, definitely look forward to those coming soon.
Actually, just programming note, the new season of Talk About will start airing this Friday.
Well, there you go. So it will be on Friday. You got that part right. Just the host is different. So, yeah, you just heard our fearless leader, Brandon Scruggs, always working hard behind the scenes. So this Friday, make sure you've got that bell rung for notifications to find out when Talk About goes live out there to you for its new season. But, yeah, I do want to caution those of you out there in live chat land about putting stuff out there that may be things that have not been announced yet. Or, you know, I know you may be thinking, oh, it would be kind of fun to say this or whatever. We don't want to get any of our audience out there potentially confused, thinking something's coming when it's not. And again, sometimes things change, people go different directions. And as I mentioned, Tim's no longer with us here. So yes, be looking out for that though with Brandon Scruggs. I know he's definitely looking forward to getting that out there for you. But that brings us to the end of Monopoly tonight. Again, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Remember, like the video. I've noticed week in and week out with just about every live stream we do, there's always somebody that's disliking it. Please reach out to me individually. You can send me a DM on Discord, because I'm sure you're a part of Discord. Send me a DM. TurdFerguson21 is the name that you would send that out to. At TurdFerguson21. You can send that out to me. Send me a friend request. I will likely accept it. There's only a few people I would never accept a friend request from. But definitely send that out there to me. Tell me what it is that you don't like. It might be some things that we can change, things that we can consider for the future. So we definitely want your feedback, good, bad, and any sort. So again, ring that bell for notifications. And we will see you guys tomorrow night for episode 5 of the Barry and Enright Cup. But for now, he was Jason Meyers, I was Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here again next week for more Monopoly. Until then, everybody take care and good night.